that in 2 hours specifically geared to you. All right? Before I begin, I always begin and I end with psychology. Why do I do that? You know, we're going to have you kicking in bags and punching bags, and that's really good. Okay? That's good to learn the structure and format of what you're supposed to be doing. But that's not going to help you really be able to do this in real life. We're then going to what we call turn up the volume a little bit. And we will get our instructors here with headgear on and pads, and you'll actually get to take some of the movements that you've been learning and moving it so someone who's actually coming after you in a somewhat aggressive way. You'll be able to see that you can do this. And you will be able to do this. But I want to talk about psychology just for a moment. There's a great book by a man by the name of Gavin De Becker. De Becker wrote a book called The Gift of Fear. I'm going to summarize it for you. It's really simple. Have you ever been in a situation where something on the inside of you just didn't feel quite right? You kind of just sensed that there's something strange about maybe this person? De Becker calls that the gift of fear. And the first thing I want to do is this. I want to empower you to trust your instincts. I want to empower you to trust your intuition. If your intuition tells you that this person is someone I do not feel good about, like when somebody comes up to you and asks you what time it is, you see a watch on their wrist, okay? Or anything like that. And no matter how kind they act to you, no matter how sweet they may seem, and no matter how people may have taught you, well, don't prejudge people, okay? The truth of the matter is, if you're out there by yourself and your instincts are saying, don't trust this person, don't trust them. He has story after story after story where women were sexually assaulted, men were beaten up because they didn't trust their instinct. They put trust in someone that they never had met before, and everything on the inside of them said, don't do this. So I want you to feel empowered, okay? Trust your instincts. They're placed inside of you. Whether you believe that was by God or through some process of evolution, doesn't matter to me this afternoon. I just want you to know it's there, okay? It's there. Now, having said that, we're going to jump right into the fact of the tools that you have that are natural body tools. You know, years and years and years ago, a lot of martial artists would beat their hands into this and do that. And I'm not here to discuss that, but I feel many of those guys that did that can't feed themselves once they hit 60, all right? Because their hands are so crumpled up. We're going to give you weapons and tools that you can work with that right now are ready to be used. You don't have to go do anything else. Okay, the first thing you're going to have is your fingers, your finger jab. Okay? You're going to be working on all these. I'm going to demonstrate real quickly, and I want you to see them. This is not the Three Stooges where you try to go into two eyes. You'll take 4 fingers. You'll put them together. You will tuck your thumb. And if you don't remember all this, that's fine, because when the instructors start working with you, they'll point it out to you, hey, you got to make sure you do this. But the good thing about every person is this. Bruce Lee said, well, no matter how big the guy was, how bad he was screaming and yelling, he always saw 4 circles. 4 circles. Circle 1, circle 2, circle 3, circle 4. We call them eyes and bells, okay? And the beautiful thing about that is when I go like that to his eyes, you ever gotten a piece of sand in your eye? What happens? You're totally immobilized. You have to stop. You bring pressure to your eyes, okay? And so you're going to learn to take your 4 fingers, tuck your thumb, use your elbow like a hinge, okay? You're going to keep this nice and relaxed, and you're going to learn just to flip. It's a finger flip. Boom! Like that. And you're going to be doing that, and in a little while you're going to be doing it against people with headgear on. We're going to make sure you make contact. But just a moment, we'll have the finger jab like that. The next one we're going to learn is we're going to learn the thumb gouge. And here's the beauty of what we teach. And I've been traditional, he grabs it here. Some systems will teach you all sorts of moves. He grabs here, and you got to do here, or he grabs here, and we've got all these different types of responses. You don't need to remember any of that. You need to remember the phrase, escape to gain safety. Escape to gain safety. Each of the first letters of each of those words stand for the 4 targets you're going after. Escape starts with E, eyes. Throat 2 starts with T, throat. Gain starts with G, groin. Safety starts with S, shin. Escape to gain safety. Those are the only 4 targets you've got. Instead of having to memorize 1,000 different techniques, he grabs here, boom, there's my eye shot. He grabs this side, boom. He grabs both sides. Oh wow, boom, there's the knee and crotch. So all you're going to remember is 4 targets, escape to gain safety, and some basic fingers to the eyes that you're going to learn how to actually apply, okay? We have that. We have the thumb gouge. How are you going to do that? Well, when we get to the ground in a little while, We're going to talk about what happens if everything goes wrong and your assailant gets you off your feet. I also like to talk about the fact that you're going to learn things that will deal with drunkles. That's the drunk uncle, the person just being stupid. That may be someone being aggressive with you at work. Well, you're not going to thumb gouge someone who's coming in and being stupid. Your life's not in danger, but you're being assaulted verbally or perhaps slightly physically. We're going to teach you how to deal with a drunkle. Thumb gouges, you're going to learn that on the ground when you've got a life or death situation. The ear slap, you're going to learn to do the ear slap. The ear slap is nice. The hand stays nice and relaxed, kind of like a little concave there like that. And you're just going to learn to pop the ear or pop the groin. Okay? Nice and easy, see? And you're going to learn to do that. We're going to elbows and knees. Your elbow is tough enough. Before the elbow, you're going to learn how to throw elbow shots. Okay, and we're going to learn knee strikes, top of the knee. Headbutt. In professional boxing, you'll watch these two guys who are being paid lots and lots of money. They're in there, they're punching each other. You're wondering to yourself, my God, how can they take that kind of abuse? They accidentally clunk heads and the whole thing comes to a stop. Because a headbutt is very powerful. And I got news for you. If your assailant is 6'4", and you're a lot smaller than he is, and the top of your head to the front of his face, he will not care that you don't weigh very much. He won't care that he outweighs you by 75 or 80 pounds because you're going to mess his day up. And you're going to learn how to do a headbutt. Top of the head to the front of the face. I've gone over 7 tools. There's one left, but I'm going to wait on that one because I got to get you to believe what I'm telling you before I go to the last tool. Because the last one is really kind of crazy. All right? All right, so I want you to pair up. Guys, let's get the pads.